Welcome back to Good Morning, LaLa. And on Thought Thursday, we talk a lot about how powerful our thoughts are, and no one better to help our thinking than Gwen Coach. She is Gwen Dittmar, and you help women primarily?
Primarily women, but I also work with men. I work with men also.
So tell us about your expertise. There's a lot of coaches out there, a lot of life coaches. What is your expertise?
I would say I love working with people more from an energetic perspective because I have a master's in spiritual psychology through University of Santa Monica, and
Great school.
My former career was in pharmaceutical and biotech research. And so I think what I really learned is that a lot of things boil down to our energy.
Wait. So you went from biotech to I'm going to be a spiritual, we want to hear that.
Yes. Well, I mean, I was in the spiritual closet for a long period of time. And so I think I relate to my clients that feel like they have to stay in the spiritual closet, or they feel like it's not safe to bring that kind of information into whatever way they work, whether it be a doctor or a surgeon or a lot of veterinarians, lawyers, entrepreneurs.
So what was that moment that you said, I got to come out of the spiritual closet?
I think it was when I was in the University of Santa Monica. I was still doing my biotech work, and I was connecting to myself. I was learning about who I was and what my purpose was, and wanting to do it more every day with where I was. And I remember the teachers in the school, they would tell us, you don't have to go out and be a coach or be a therapist or be a healer. You can do it wherever you are, like bring the light wherever you are. And they would always tell a story about a woman in Topanga that they would drive down that big valley to get down to PCH. And there was a woman that was always directing traffic. And he's like, she was so happy. She was just one of the happiest people that we had ever encountered. And we rolled down the window one day and asked her, like, why are you so happy? Why are you this way with all the people that pass by? And she's like, because I'm sharing my light. This is how I get to share my light with every single person that drives by.
It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, which is, lighthouses don't go searching for ships to save. They just stand there shining.
Wow.
Right?
So powerful.
And that's your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took that to heart, and I started to just take risks, and if I was sitting with, a big time cardiologist researcher at Cedars-Sinai, and I was sensing, because I was really intuitive and psychic, and I didn't know how to communicate that in a safe and honorable way without being kind of creepy or going in where maybe people weren't open to it. And so I would just kind of test the waters, and I would say, I hear everything that's going on, and I'm here to help you be prepared for this FDA audit. But I'm also just sensing something like really deep or painful, that something is going on, because I know from my own life that if things aren't clean inside of myself, then it leaks into other areas of my life, even though it may not be a huge uproar or a big tornado. And one of the first doctors just he melted, and he just started crying, and he's like, I'm going through a divorce. My son is strung out on heroin. I never really wanted to have this big business that I have. He's like, I just wanted to be a doctor and help people. And so it was just really learning how to hold space for people to be seen and to be heard and to be witnessed. And then I think a lot of times, one of my first coaches, Michael Neal, he would always just say, be the lighthouse. Just be the lamppost. Just be there.
Fantastic.
So, as the Lighthouse, tell us about your Beautiful Girl podcast.
Yes. So it's, for me, I think that life is gritty. And so the beautiful grit to me is that's kind of what we have with life. But it's about using all of the grittiness, all of the challenges, all of the obstacles as something that will bring out our own spiritual evolution and our deepest healing, and also like a reconnection to our energy, like as an energetic being. Because I love doing mental work, I love doing emotional work, and I love doing spiritual work too. But I feel like there's other dimensions, like the unconscious. I hear you talk about that a lot on your platform. And then there's also like a psychic level, which is more of like the shamanic, the multidimensional.
I think everyone wants it tangible, and there's only so much. There's things that miracles that happen in there that you can't explain. But so tell them where they can work with you, how they can find you, follow you, work with you.
Yeah, so they can find me on The Beautiful Grit is my new podcast. My website is gwendittmar.com, super easy. And then also Gwen Coach on Instagram.
Thank you so much.
So lovely to meet you.
So appreciate it.
lovely
Stay
to
tuned,
meet
we'll
you
be
guys.
right back.